Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Ali Saeed, one of the region's sharpest comedians. He's back with a brand new comedy special, Alphabet Soup. That is happening at the new Covent Garden Theatre, Mall of the Alberts, on the 30th of November. But before that, we have him live in studio.
Yay! What's up? I'm so happy to be back. I love we're wearing colors today.
I prefer yours. Your hat is that the Fazza brand?
That is the Fazza brand.
It's very
I love
nice.
it. Every time I see a Fazza brand. Also, they make because I'm a peacock. Do you know that term?
Yes.
Where I just like to, hey. So when I see these colors, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Where can you buy? This is the brand, brand of the Crown Prince. Where can you buy it? Is it for special
You find
people?
it at malls. Like, you know these kiosks in the middle with hats? They always carry them.
I've never seen
Speaking of loving things, okay, do you think matcha is a trend?
Matcha is a trend? I think matcha is a disease.
What?
Listen, why did we decide to take grass and grind it into a drink? And then we're like, the Japanese do it. The Japanese do a lot of things I don't agree with, okay? All I'm saying is, if it doesn't taste good, you don't have to do it. Was that too controversial for the morning? Are you a matcha person? Okay, why do you hate yourself?
I love myself. That's why I love matcha.
Really? Because it has a little bit of
Makes me
caffeine?
happy.
Oh, makes you happy?
Whenever I drink matcha,
Okay.
I'll be jumping around, skipping, and I'm so happy. My mood is up to the sky.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it just makes me so happy. If I'm having a bad day, I have to order matcha.
This is a bad day
like my
solution
joy.
for you. This is how I start a bad day. I'm like, you know what I want to do?
And why are you into comedy then?
But what's next? Like a spinach latte? Like, is that? This
You know
happened
what?
to
If
me
it tastes
once.
good, I'll have it.
But I think the argument for matcha is that it doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No, it tastes. Ugh. Anyways,
Anyways,
Hey, clearly we hit it off. She's like, you know what? How come you're a terrible comedian? Go.
it's a different host on the show. It's massive because the last time, or the first time you were on the Lovin Dubai show, it looked very different. 4.5 years ago.
This was like right before the pandemic. I feel like there's been 20 years, because the pandemic was easily 15 years. And then 2020 was a long year.
What's changed since then for you?
A lot of stuff, perspective, big time. When you realize how much more you have to say, because you start to consider like, hey, I can't get out there. Also, I learned I'm not a guy for social media, because that everyone was doing that in 2020.
yeah.
So then I had to admit to myself that I'm a feeling type of comedian. If I don't see somebody in front of me, then I don't connect with them. So
we clearly connected this morning.
yeah, but no, you know what fuels me more is disagreement.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I believe the best thing about us is our ability to disagree. Because if we just came here and we just agreed, it would have been horrible.
True.
You know?
We'll never get on. I hate conflict. But you said that you realized social media wasn't for you. Is that because so many comedians are putting so much out on social?
But they're good at it. Like a lot of stand-up comedians try to knock like online comedians. But that's an art form on its own.
Right.
If you're really good at it and you're able to like set up your phone at a certain angle or whatever setup you
Yeah.
have, and then you create it and you find the comedy, good for you. This is, you found a way to communicate. For me, comedy is a dialect. It's a form of communication. This is what I do. When I'm having a bad day, I don't look for a matcha, I look for a stage. I just want to express myself, and I do that comedically.
And for the people who haven't seen you live, like how would you describe your comedy? What are certain topics that you'd like to discuss usually?
I'm an observational comedian. I improvise a lot. So I do crowd work. I do it a little differently though. Mine is a little bit long form. So if we're in a small room, everybody's gonna meet everybody. It's going to happen. But yeah, it's a lot of improv. I like to. It's just gonna sound sad and maybe a little pretentious, but I like to find the deeper meaning in life, and I'm doing it through, comedy. So. We're just having a very deep conversation outside, and I'm thinking to myself, ooh, that that's a thought, you know, to take to the stage.
I find improv comedy so impressive, and so I wonder how much preparation has gone into the background of that. You know, like if, let's say, for example, what do you do? Where are you from?
Right.
Do you have certain threads that you've already got prepared that you can roll with, or is it really complete improvisation?
So for me, I try my best not to. And if I see you in the audience, for example, I'd never pick on you because I know you. Right? So like I have a thing with you now. Oh, if you come to my show and I'm like, oh, I'll get around matcha. But, excuse me, but I know you. So I'll never talk to you because by nature, I'm very curious. So I want to meet new people almost, right? So I want to see, like, if I talk to somebody for the very first time, what's that going to be like? What's that interaction going to be like? So, which is exciting. I'm going on a Euro tour soon, next week actually. And I'm doing 6 cities. Some of them I've never been to, and I'm like, hey, I'm so excited about not knowing anything.
You're going to so many cool cities. You're going to Munich?
I'm going to Munich.
Wow.
So I've had cousins in Munich my entire life, but I only went there like for one afternoon once. So now this is turning into like a cousin situation. And I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have added Munich to the thing. No, I'm very, very excited. I'm going to go and hang out, you know, with my cousins there. And they bought front row tickets. Some of them I don't even know them.
No way.
Like, is that, you know, you talk to them when they were 7.
Yeah.
And now they're adults with
they're
ideas. And Germans can be very German, you know.
Are we going to experience the Germans there when you go there?
Here's a misconception about Germany. Excuse me. I used to go to Berlin to work out new material. And everyone would be like, Germany, do they get comedy? They love it. Just Europeans just laugh different. In a sense that, you know, like Arabs, we smack our legs or whatever. Like we're a lot more physical when we laugh. But you know, the Germans, it's almost like I've never seen an audience start and stop a laugh at exactly the same time. They're just so, you know, efficient with it, but it's
so proper, you know.
So it's just like ha 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 ha. It's like, okay, we are done, and then I can move on. Which, you know, for timing is perfect because you're timing your jokes. But yeah, no, I love it. I love performing to these different. I'm going to Brussels for the very first time. I don't know what to expect there, because that's also like one of those countries that has so many different cultures and backgrounds. So hey, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
When you have those comedy shows international in Europe and in the West, are they usually just Arab audience, or are they from all around the world as well?
So there's a mix. What's incredible to me is you'll never find a mix more than the Dubai mix.
Yeah.
Like people will ask me like, what's your favorite audience? Hands down, the Dubai audience is always the best. The most diverse, the most well-traveled, the most well-read audience you will ever perform to. You know, like I remember my first show in the US was in New York, and everyone was from there. And for whatever reason, that was a weird thing for me. I'm like, I've never had like a collective audience.
Yeah.
Right? And Dubai is just everyone is, and it's, you know, the demographic is different. Even when you look at couples, and it's becoming more and more. Like last night I had a show, and there was a couple. One was Turkish and the other was Greek. I'm like, that's something you will rarely see ever, right? Because of the histories of the countries. You're like, this is incredible. This happens here.
Right.
You know, you meet people here, and then you start these, you know, incredibly unique lives. So this is a very, very Dubai thing. But when I do travel, there will be about 30% Arab audiences, and then there's a lot of curious people. I'm sure some sent by the government. What is he saying? Yeah.
I wonder, a lot of, you're so right about the demographics. Like I look at Irish comedy, and it's largely an Irish audience. And so do you think it's tougher facing the Dubai audience that has, you know, different style of comedy? Because we do laugh differently. We find different things funny. There's different lines you can cross with different audiences.
Yeah.
And so therefore, do you think Dubai comedians heading up Dubai audiences have a harder job?
This is going to sound hopelessly romantic for no reason. But you know, like when you have an old friend that you haven't connected with in a couple of years, and you just hit it off like that, I feel like that's a Dubai audience. you don't have to explain. Because, you know, even if there's a comedian here from the UK or from the US or whatever, they don't have to explain to a Dubai audience because they probably read about it, heard about it, discussed it, right? And this is what I was saying. It's a very well-read audience, right? Where we know so much about everywhere. So it's just that thing that you get on stage. For me, it is so much easier because it's home. I'm like, oh, you know, I know you, I know how you're gonna think, and you know how I'm gonna think, right? So how do we sort of navigate this journey and talk about the things that are happening, for example? So that's a Dubai audience. But if I'm just in front of an Irish audience, I'm like, okay, what are the references that I can get away with? What are the things that I'm gonna have to customize for them? So it gets a little bit more preparational than it is with a Dubai crowd. Dubai crowd is like, all right.
Right, it's where you're home.
Yeah, you just get up there and you just talk and like, you know, the 6-7, for example, is everywhere now, right?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
This is the thing. I think we are haters. I have almost 8-year-olds, and they love that they're not 8 yet. Because, you know, they're 6, 7. So, like, I'm just looking at how much fun these kids are having with it.
Yeah.
Like, they found a random chalk, like a real chalk yesterday, and they were writing 6, 7 on the floor, like in just like random places, and they came back like, all right, so I put a heart and then put a 6 and a 7 in there, and it was incredible. I'm like, hey, you had so much fun because the alternative is an iPad.
Right.
Yeah,
You
true.
know? So these kids are actually connecting over something and they're having fun, and it's so harmless. I'm like, all right, go with it.
Is it because, just to dig deeper into the 6-7, because I don't get it, is it because all the kids find it hilarious and they know that we don't get it? Is that the joke?
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is, yeah.
This is how I understand the 6-7 situation. There was a kid at a basketball game, and they were like, hey, what'd you think of the game? And he was like, 6-7. It was like a random thing. Then the kid became viral, and now everybody does it. There was one at a church. Did you guys see this?
No.
This was the moment that makes you worry. And, you know, I just posted on my page yesterday. The priest is like explaining. He was like, he might have been just 6 or 7 years old. And then there's kids, the altar kids behind him. They just went,
Oh, God.
in the middle of church. That's when when it gets to the, like, you know, the religious, the mosques or the churches, that's when you're like, okay, this is serious.
This is
You've
serious.
gone too far.
Yeah.
But they're having fun. It's so harmless. I love it.
Yeah.
I do it every day. My kid, he asks me every day. He's like, hey, Dad, how tall are you? I'm like 6 feet. He's like 6. Every morning, 6:30 a.m. this happens, and I'm like,
Let's get them 6-7 tattoos and then fake tattoos.
okay.
Like, fake tattoos.
Now it's harmful.
And then we'll see if it's funny.
You just started something because people are writing 6-7 on the comment.
No way.
Oh, God. Anyways, I can't understand it, no.
I love it.
I wonder, you've had such a stage presence for such a long time, and I wonder if there's anything that you wish that you knew then about being on stage that you knew now.
Oh, that's a deep one. I think what I know now is that and because we have a comedy school and we deal with a lot of people who are trying to get into this, whether they're 19 or 65, who are starting to do comedy. You have to appreciate every moment for what it is, right? Because a lot of times this happens, and it happens in every industry. It's very obvious in comedy where people are like, oh, you've just been doing it for 5 years. You've just been doing it for that long or whatever. It's always going to be a moment and how you're going to seize that moment. So whether you're 2 months in or 10 years out, like right now we allow the newbies 5 minutes, but when I started there were no other comedians here, so I had to do 45 minutes to an hour.
Whoa.
Right? I got in trouble in New York for performing 12 minutes when it was supposed to be 10. I got yelled at. I'm like, I didn't know about this, okay? I'm accustomed to being on stage for a long time.
Right.
Right? But it's really about, it's not that you change as a person, you grow as a person, right? Your comedy must reflect that. Otherwise, you're going to see a robot on stage saying things that they found funny 3 years ago. We have a kid, he's been doing it 8 months now. Shout out Ahmed Tahir. He's probably one of the funniest comedians in Dubai right now.
Cool.
And he's only just begun. And he's taking it very, very seriously. So I think that's the thing for me. It's the journey is definitely it. Because, I don't see myself stopping at all. No matter how long I live. If I live to 90, I'm still going to do it.
I can't wait to be living in Dubai watching you on stage when you're 90.
This is what's going to be weird. This is what's going to be weird. Because we're like already at, 54 years now, right? And as these things, and we're like 2025, right? I remember thinking of 2025 as the sci-fi future.
Yeah.
But for most people around the world, it still might be a different relationship. For me, it is the sci-fi future. Every time I look up, I see the skyline. I see the trains and the trams and everything.
Right.
Growing up here, that didn't exist. So it's a scary thing to think about. I don't know how many years from now, as I'm getting older and doing this. I mean, we're having trouble with 6-7.
Just me.
It's just
me.
how it's growing. I mean, flying taxis are about to launch and whatnot. But in a few years, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna grab we're gonna start nicknames. I'm just gonna grab a flyer. I'll see you there in 7. You know what I mean?
Or
So
with the
that's gonna
drones
happen.
delivery, what's with that? Like, drones are going to be delivering orders to us now?
Yeah. See, this is the problem because the drones are gonna send you a WhatsApp, say, "Sir, send location." So that's gonna be difficult with drones getting stuck in the air. Just like, which building?
I'm always scared, like, what if someone steals my order from the drone?
What?
Oh, but Dubai, you're
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, what if someone just finds, like, matcha flying around? He's like, you know what? Let me grab that.
Mass is
We'll know it's
thirsty.
for you.
We'll-
Chances are, matcha's not gonna stick around.
Oh, no,
No one's stealing that
Just like
masa.
how Spanish latte is sticking around, matcha will stick around.
Spanish latte is not as strong as it used to be. It had a moment.
That's rare.
Is that your matcha latte? I don't know if they can hear it, but the building just started shaking.
More so
Her
than it's
drone-
ever done.
They
Her
heard my
drone-
wrath, of the hatred against matcha.
I said, it was very Disney. I said the matcha will stick now.
That was like, that was such
People
a good
will
moment.
enjoy it.
Yeah. That was my cult of matcha, like, emerging from under the
You said it.
ground.
It's cult.
I can't with this matcha.
You know what? Let me be happy in
Can't.
my cult, I'm
Yeah, no,
happy
no,
in my
enjoy it. Enjoy it. I'll take 6-7, you take matcha. We'll find something for you. Something will emerge.
Let's see my basic cup of coffee. It doesn't taste good. I'm not going to lie to you. You speak a lot about the chaos of modern life in your comedy.
Yeah.
What's one everyday thing that you think we all secretly struggle with?
Oh, I think we secretly struggle with showing people who we really are. Who are we? Because we are so heavily masked. Like when people talk about it, they say just remove the mask. I think there's so many masks that you put on even since you're like a toddler. Because you do things and then you're like, oh, this is getting a reaction from the 2 people I love the most. So I'm going to continue doing this. Then you go to nursery, then you go to school, then you go to high school, then, a job, a university, whatever it is, relationships, and you keep on adding these masks to yourself. My goal, and this is why I still teach comedy, even though it can be exhausting for me, is to provide this platform for people where they can stand up and slowly remove these masks and find out who they are. Because I believe that's the recipe for a great comedian. There's a lot of good comedians out there. But if we sat down right now and try to name the top 10, we're going to struggle after about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, yeah, no, but there's, do you guys remember this one? This is what's going to happen because these 5 or 6 great comedians were brave enough to say, these are all my flaws. Right? And that's why they're relatable. That's why we can connect with them. Like you'll hear, like the most common thing I hear is how people are single and they can't seem to find somebody. And I hear it from both women and men, and I'm sitting there going, you are both so full of it. If you just, you know what I mean? It's like if you have these friends and you're sort of mediating, it was like, you're both wrong. Right? Because you're complaining about the same thing, and it's all communication. Because you believe that I have to, and it's valid, you know, you do have to protect yourself. But vulnerability goes a long way, right? And getting hurt is a part of life. If we can accept that, that's what I tell my 7-year-olds, almost 8-year-olds. I tell them you can't win without failing. If you fail today, that is great news, because you're on your way to winning.
There's so much truth in what you just said.
Yeah. But speaking of fails, I'm sure having... My matcha. I don't know what's happening. I'll tell them to tone it down, you know. So speaking of fails, you know, when performing live, there's a lot of pressure is on you. The audience is expecting to laugh like right at the second. Have you had any embarrassing moments or any fail moments on stage?
It happens. Sometimes, like you'll go to a show, and you know it's not the ideal show that you want. You know, it's a little bit outdoors. It's a little bit, the stage is not whatever it is. The sound isn't great, and then I'll catch myself on stage sometimes being ungrateful. Because, you know, because I'm in my head and I'm in my ego, and I'm like, oh, you know, this, and I'll catch myself, and I, you know, I say some words I can't say here to myself, where I'm like, you're being so ungrateful. Somebody paid and worked hard for this opportunity. It might not be ideal, you might not love it, but there's people in the audience. You're on stage. This is an opportunity to stop being ungrateful. So sometimes that happens, you know, and I think it happens everyone's job. Like, you know, you come in, it's not ideal situation, the building is shaking, and, and you're like, what's happening? Let's do a matcha joke until we find out. Control room, right? But it just happens sometimes, but as long as you catch yourself doing it, but yeah, I have a theory. You can never blame the audience. Yeah. If you blame the audience, where's your responsibility? You know, I'm on stage. I have a microphone. If they're not laughing, it's me all day. Yeah. No matter what the situation. Again, even if the building is shaking.
I hope people heard that. It was a serious rumble. Time has moved so quickly. We've gone over time, but we want to play a game with you before you leave us. But before we do that, can you tell people what can they expect from the Alphabet Soup set in Dubai? When is it on? How can they get tickets?
Okay, so Alphabet Soup is... I don't know what's going to happen at the show because I have so many concepts and I only know on stage. And this is one of the things I had to admit to myself. I have ADHD, and I can't write, apparently. So this is what the show is about. The show is about how we have all either done it to ourselves or to other people. We identify each other by labels, and these labels are acronyms usually. You know, there's ADHD, OCD, all of these things. Society has become just an alphabet soup. People who are trying to find solace in themselves and trying to understand themselves and other people using these labels. My argument to the court is these are incredibly limiting, and we are more than the acronyms that were given to us or that we chose. So Alphabet Soup is a look at society and a look at our limitations when we pin ourselves to alphabets.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
If I can pull it off.
You can.
Get your tickets now. Before you leave us, we're going to play rapid fire one-word promise. We'll give you a word. Tell us the first word that you're thinking. We are live. Make sure it's suitable for your mom and dad to hear.
Mom and dad, turn it off.
Okay, one-word prompt with Ali Saeed. Let's go.
Real estate agents.
Annoying.
The next one is so funny. Matcha.
Delicious.
Good, I like this answer.
It's like when someone gives you something, you're like,
Wow. Wow.
The first question is always, did you make this?
It should be.
Because you want to know. Can you be honest?
Okay, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, don't have it. That's 3 words.
Whoa.
Jim.
Don't have it.
Influencers.
Don't have it. No, influencers, good for them. This has to be one word? I can
One word.
Influencers, good, I guess. Everyone talks
Good.
like smack about them. I don't hate them as much as everybody else does. Look, they found something. They're not harming anybody.
Yeah, they're not.
They can be annoying, but
It's a
children
job
are
now.
annoying. Pets are annoying.
Yeah.
You know, colleagues are annoying. You guys, I'm sure. Okay, don't say it out loud. Annoying colleague, go. You pictured someone in your
I
mind.
didn't pick
Everyone
anyone.
pictured you
I
because of the
didn't
matcha, but it's not you personally. No, but it's everyone's annoying. I don't know. Influencers are okay. They're making
It's a
money.
job.
Yeah, it's a job. You know, they're
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah, good for them. We don't
Yeah.
hate on this show. That's
Yeah.
very positive. Mall parking.
Mall parking, lucky. Always get a parking spot
Wow.
right in the front.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the last,
Last
one.
one, rent.
Rent.
Rent. Hi.
Hi.
Although I did find a hack, and I can teach you guys offline.
Oh, so you're
we're-
gatekeeping.
We're ending the show now. You can't give a rent hack but not give it to the audience. We're family.
Well, if I give it to, it's like, you know, when you find an escape from traffic. If you tell one person, it's over.
There's, you know, come on. No, you don't want to give it.
Well, I'll give it to you guys off the thing. Then my rent's gonna go up. You know what I mean?
He'll give it at the show. And on that note, that is Ali Saeed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Best
thank you
luck
for
with
having me.
Alphabet Soup. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
And that is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.